Republicans are attacking all types of books, all types of books. So for the past few years, the Republicans have been politically attacking the teaching of race and discrimination and Black history in schools. Let's just call this what it is, the whitewashing of America. So 44 out of 50 state legislatures in the US have proposed anti-critical race theory laws. Let me pause right there for a minute. Y'all know I got to get my Turnerism in here. Critical race theory is not being taught in K through 12, is not being taught in colleges and universities. It is a law school class. Now I need you to underline that. I need you to call your play cousins and let them know. Don't fall into this trap, okay? Let's put it back up. Some have been vetoed, some are still moving through the legislative process, and 18 have been enacted. Since the introduction of these laws, many students are left to face ripped out pages in their textbooks, and teachers fear a slip of the tongue might cost them their job. Now y'all got teachers living in fear for something that is not even taught in schools. It is taught on the legal level, okay, in law school. That's when you're going for the JD, baby. That's when it's taught, all right? This article from 2021 is still relevant today. Let's go ahead and put this up. Texas teachers say GOP's new social studies law will hinder how an entire generation understands race, history, and current events. Because guess what, sisters and brothers, family, friends, they don't want you to understand it. Educators who spoke to the Texas Tribune overwhelmingly denounced the new social studies law going into effect on September 1. These are the provisions they say could cause problems for them and Texas students because they just want people to be dumb. The law banning or curtailing history education definitely varies by state. Texas and Florida have been early proponents of these policies. Just last month, DeSanctimonious, the DeSantis administration rejects proposed AP African American Studies class in Florida high schools. And you know what? Those folks, they actually gave in to them. Jessica, we're in troubled waters. We're in troubled times right now with these fools at the helm.
It's ridiculous. I mean, you're making kids literally dumber with the curriculum. Not only is our world history limited to Western history and European history, and occasionally you'll learn about what's going on in Asia, but to limit African American history when we don't have an accurate teaching of Africa, even in many colleges around the United States. I mean, this idea that African history begins at the point where European nations went and enslaved African peoples is ridiculous. I mean, seriously, the curriculum we have to teach modern math came out of the University of Timbuktu and then went through the Middle East and then into Europe. To ignore the centuries of history in Africa, the empires there, the first university in the world there, is ridiculous. To have our kids learn about the world with such a limited perspective of human history, there are real consequences to that. Why would you want your kids to grow up ignorant? And it's because they have a very clear agenda for how they want this country to be. And I don't want my kids to grow up in a country that limits their education and understanding of the world in that way. And it's absurd that people like Marjorie Taylor Greene and Santos and DeSantis do.
Yeah, it really is. America, we must stop being complicit in our own demise. All right, can we do that? Yeah, we should.